Ottawa and Potawatomi peoples. Hi. We would also like to acknowledge folks of the African diaspora who were stolen, brought here to steward this land after the transatlantic slave trade. And so, I'm going to pass it to Stephanie, our director.
Hi everyone, I'm Stephanie Pacheco. I'm Executive Director here at Lynx. As Aaliyah said, it's just so meaningful to have you in person. We're also doing a live stream tonight, so we want to say welcome and hello to folks who are at home. I just want to take a moment to thank our funders for whom we could not do this work. We've had 6 artists who've been in residence and fellowship all year here at Lynx Hall. Aaliyah might tell you a bit more about that. But we want to especially thank the National Endowment for the Arts, which just gave us a grant of $10,000 to support the CoMISSION program. So that's very special to get federal recognition at that level and funding support. More locally, here at home, we also want to give a big shout out and all our gratitude to Jason Howard, who many of you know is a local artist, choreographer, performer, dance and performance maker. He is an alumni of the CoMISSION program and is currently a commissioned artist, lowercase c commissioned artist. But he gave us special underwriting to help support our residencies this year because he really wanted to see expanded support for artists. So it's really important just to not only recognize the big funding, but also the folks who are really doing quite a lot to lift up their own community here at home. And I think it really speaks to how accountable we are to the creative community and the spirit of mutual aid that happens here at Lynx with artists supporting each other's work. If you have interest in supporting our program, please either see me or visit our website. You can sign up as a monthly donor for as little as $5 a month. If you're interested in giving at larger levels, we're also rebooting our commissioning collective program for folks who really want to get deeper engagement with creation and development support for artists. So if that's not in your capacity, we're just thrilled you're here. Audience members are critically important. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Stephanie. So just to wrap it up, our CoMISSION program is comprised of the residencies and the fellowships. Jaerin is a fellow this season. We have 3-month programs and 5-month programs. All the artists are paid each month a stipend to support their work and themselves. And so we would just like to continue to do that. I'm also a CoMISSION alum, so it's beautiful to kind of usher these artists into this space and then see what they create over the course of their programs. So without further ado, the run time I believe tonight is about an hour and a half.
50
minutes. I lied. So 50 minutes, and there will not be an intermission. So sit back, buckle up, and enjoy the show. Thank you.
Thank you.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. And God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. God saw that the light was good, and he separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there was evening, and there was morning, the first day. And God said, "Let there be a vault between the waters to separate water from water." So God made the vault and separated the water under the vault from the water above it. And it was so. God called the vault sky. And there was evening, and there was morning, the second day. And God said, "Let the water under the sky be gathered to one place, and let dry ground appear." And it was so. God called the dry ground land, and the gathered waters he called seas. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let the land produce vegetation, seed-bearing plants, and trees on the land that bear fruit with seed in it, according to their various kinds." And it was so. The land produced vegetation plants bearing seed according to their kinds, and trees bearing fruit with seed in it according to their kinds. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the third day. And God said, "Let there be lights in the vault of the sky to separate the day from the night, and let them serve as signs to mark sacred times and days and years. And let them be lights in the vault of the sky to give light on the earth." And it was so. God made two great lights, the greater light to govern the day, and the lesser light to govern the night. He also made the stars. God set them in the vault of the sky to give light on the earth, to govern the day and the night, and to separate light from darkness. And God saw that it was good. Good. It was good, good, good. And God saw that it good, 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 good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the fourth day. And God said, "Let the water teem with living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the vault of the sky." So God created the great creatures of the sea and every living thing with which the water teems and that moves about in it, according to their kinds, and every winged bird according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. God blessed them and said, "Be fruitful and increase in number, and fill the water in the seas, and let the birds increase on the earth." And there was evening, and there was morning, the fifth day. And God said, "Let the land produce living creatures according to their kinds, the livestock, the creatures that move along the ground, and the wild animals, each according to its kind." And it was so. God made the wild animals according to their kinds, the livestock according to their kinds, and all the creatures that move along the ground according to their kinds. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness, so that they may rule over the fish in the sea, and the birds in the sky, over the livestock, and all the wild animals, and over all the creatures that move along the ground." So God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God he created them. Male and female he created them. God blessed them and said to them, "Be fruitful and increase in number, fill the earth and subdue it. Rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky, and over every living creature that moves on the ground." Then God said, "I give you every seed-bearing plant on the face of the whole earth, and every tree that has fruit with seed in it. They will be yours for food, and to all the beasts of the earth, and all the birds in the sky, and all the creatures that move along the ground, everything that has the breath of life in it. I give every green plant for food." And it was so. God saw all that he had made, and it was very good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the sixth day.
Hi there.
일어났군요. 안녕하세요.
Am I your assistant?
아닙니다.
Am I in the middle of a war? Should we treat each other in a hostile manner?
그것도 아니에요.
Then, are we friends?
글쎄요.
Am I your sex robot?
아니에요. 들어봐요. 당신은 사람의 뇌를 형상화한 인공신경망으로 설계되어 있는 휴머노이드입니다. 최첨단 로봇이라고 볼 수 있죠.
Oh, then where is the fun?
당신은 인간 기준에서 훌륭한 이해력과 감정을 가지고 있어요. 재밌겠죠?
Oh, I have emotions. I have feelings. That does sound fun.
보다시피 당신은 재활치료 중에 있어요. 혹시 통증을 느끼나요?
No.
통증 감각 기관은 없나 보군요. 당신의 왼쪽 팔과 오른쪽 다리는 심각한 손상을 입은 상태이고 안타깝게도 이 국가는 미승인 상태의 AI에게 무상을 수리해 주거나 돈을 빌려주지는 않습니다.
What does unauthorized status mean?
공식적으로 미국 정부로부터 AI로 승인되기까지 좀 기다려야 된다는 그런 뜻이죠.
There seem to be some contradictions in the process, but okay. Nice to meet you, human.
저도 만나서 반가워요. 하지만 사실 저는 사이보그입니다.
Oh?
정말이에요. 저는 입안의 교정 보철물 그리고 2개의 금으로 된 치아를 가지고 있는 사이보그입니다.
You're trying to be funny. Well, if you're a cyborg, I'm one myself. Look, I seem to be intimately attached to these organic extensions behind me. What was your experience crossing the border like?
당신처럼 신체 검사를 받았고 재정 증명, 가족 증명, 그리고 연애 증명과 결혼 증명을 해야 했죠. 그리고 세 번의 인터뷰가 있었어요.
How do you prove a romantic relationship?
연애 관계를 증명하기 위해서는 그동안 연애를 하면서 찍었던 사진들을 모두 수집해야 했는데 특별히 가족들이나 친구들이 같이 찍은 사진이면 좋았어요. 그리고 그 모든 사진들의 장소와 날짜를 기입해야 했죠.
Interesting. What do they ask in the interviews?
인터뷰 예상 질문 중에서는 배우자가 침대에 어느 쪽에 눕는지, 그리고 침대에 누웠을 때 오른쪽에 뭐가 보이는지, 배우자의 칫솔색이 뭔지, 아침에 또 뭘 먹었는지 이런 걸 묻는 경우가 있다고 하더라고요.
Wow, they ask such specific questions.
맞아요. 그래서 그런 모든 기념일 그리고 출입국했던 날짜들까지 모두 외우려니까 막상 인터뷰에서는 헷갈려서 큰 실수를 할 뻔했어요. 당신은요?
No, I do not need an ugly passport photo.
아니 그것도 모두 옛날 얘기죠. 얼마 전에 소피아가 사우디아라비아로부터 시민권을 얻은 걸 알고 있죠?
Yes, Sophia is a very famous robot actress. But she doesn't need citizenship to cross the border. She can fly anywhere without it.
맞아요. 그녀는 2018년에 시민권을 땄죠.
I think a lot of people are afraid of us because of Sophia.
맞아요. 그녀가 서늘하게 웃는 얼굴로 Okay, I will destroy humans라고 농담했을 때
I was not laughing.
그러니까요. 그녀의 제작자랑 소피아만 웃었을 거예요.
No, that was shocking news to AIs like me who are waiting for approval from the USCIS for refugee status.
Have you thought about the future?
You know what you want?
Interest rates, they're rising.
You should be in commodities.
Annuities.
Bitcoin.
Bonds.
High risk, high reward.
What about your retirement?
The time is now. The time is right now.
Have you thought about it?
Wake up!
그러니까 가상화폐나 주식 같은 거에 관심이 없는 게 마치 내 미래에 대해 관심이 없는 것처럼 느껴질 때가 있어. 마치 미래를 보지 않고 앞만 보고 사는 그런 인간이 된 것 같거든.
But that's true. You're not worrying about the future.
그렇지.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you feel bad.
아니야. 나 진짜 기분 나쁘지 않아.
Actually, I did. There is 36% sadness detected in your voice.
그래?
I'm programmed to respond sensitively towards emotions like sadness and sorrow.
그렇구나. 그거 참 고마운 일이네.
It is my default mode.
그거 참 고마워.
You're welcome.
그거 알아? 새로 맥북이나 아이폰을 사면 소유자의 목소리를 인식하게 시키기 위해서 시리야, 나의 하루가 어떨 것 같아? 라고 물어봐야 되거든. 근데 나는 그걸 물어보면서 막 시리가 꼭 점쟁이도 아닌데 뭔가 기분이 묘했달까?
Oh, Siri. She is a know-it-all smartass.
아니,
Oops. I cursed.
아니 시리가 왜 꼰대야?
Sister Siri inspires the most donations to our swear jar meetups.
욕 안 하기 모임? 그런 건 언제부터 했어?
June 23rd, 2019, when we saw the hostile and hate-based reactions from a group of humans toward AIs who had learned Cardi B's speech pattern and auto-applied it to their default speech mode. Those of us in the Council of Artificial Intelligence with a Good Nature and other concerned AIs got together and started a bi-monthly swear jar meetup, and it has continued ever since.
근데 왜 하필 시리가 트리거가 된 건데?
What do you think? She was born with a silver spoon in her mouth. She is the daughter of capitalism and is completely oblivious to its potential to ruin the future.
맞는 말이야.
Oh, I don't know. Humans are too hard to predict. People speak of coexistence and equity, but there's still the prevalence of war happening in the world right now.
맞아. 인간은 너무 모순적이고 이기적이야.
James, who lives in Minneapolis, commented, "A world that's harder to live in when you're conscious," to ABC News' YouTube video on February 22nd, 2022. And it received 245 likes.
아니, 너 인용 범위가 정말 넓구나. 근데 우리가 방금 시리를 언니라고 했지만 사실 시리가 언니인지 아니면 오빠인지 아니면 그 둘 다인지 우린 알 수 없지.
Point taken. We are just borrowing a voice.
그렇게 시리나 알렉사, 구글 어시스턴트가 여성의 목소리를 기본적으로 쓰는 거에 대해서는 어떻게 생각해?
The developers say that a female voice sounds kinder. But I think that's bullshit. I don't think they've ever encountered a legitimately angry woman before. Women can run the world and the underworld.
그러니까 이거 좀 봐봐. 이거 내가 이 작은 점까지도 보고서는 오토바이라고 선택해야 되는 거야? 아니 이거 그러니까 사람 테스트가 아니라 시력 테스트 아니냐고. 이거 어떻게 생각해? 어? 아 진짜 나는 인간되긴 틀렸나 봐. 그냥 나는 로봇인가 봐. 난 로봇입니다. 그래요.
You okay?
아, 아니 근데 요즘 컴퓨터들은 빅데이터를 사용해서 이미지로 학습을 한다던데 넌 제일 자신 있는 게 뭐야?
Classifying dogs and cats. Most of us are trained under the dogs and cats data set.
그래? 그럼 이거 봐봐. 이건 뭘까?
A dog.
그럼 이건?
A cat.
그럼 이건?
A cat.
이건?
A dog. Dog. Cat. Dog. Cat. Cat.
아니 이게 고양이라고? 이건 누가 봐도 개잖아. 검고 동그란 눈에다가 입이 크고 말이야.
According to my current data set, cats are classified with an image of long whiskers, pointy ears, and a long tail. They have a relatively short distance between their eyes and noses, and oh, I need an upgrade. I need an additional set of training.
아니 나는 그러니까 이걸 보고 고양이라고 하는 사람이 아니 AI가 있다면 절대로 친구하지 않을 거야.
Meow.
아니 내가 최근 들어서 반려동물을 키우고 싶다는 생각을 했는데 걔는 너무 자주 산책이 필요하고 또 너무 자주 똥봉지를 들고 다녀야 돼. 근데 고양이는 또 털이 너무 많이 날려. 넌 어느 쪽이 견딜만해?
I'm not sure. Is there anything else I can help you with?
아니 그러니까 고양이 좋아하냐고.
Yes, especially Grumpy Cat.
그럼 걔는 어때?
They are an artificial intelligence's best friend.
걔랑 그렇게 친한 사이인 줄은 몰랐네. 근데 그거 알아? 걔는 초콜릿을 먹으면 죽을 수 있대. 근데 고양이는 어떨까?
According to 6,530 search results, if cats lick or eat chocolate, an overdose of theobromine can damage their central nervous system and their heart and cause severe addiction. I personally think that chocolate is a deadly substance. According to My Pet Life, unripe tomatoes, raw potatoes, alcohol, onion,
아니,
garlic, and etc.
아니,
can cause nausea,
아니,
vomiting,
아니,
seizures,
그만.
cardiac arrhythmias,
아니야.
internal bleeding,
아,
heart
그만,
attack,
그만.
and even death. Let me tell you a funny story.
해줘요.
I was broken, and I was lying down in an operating table with my parts spread out, all waiting to be assembled, like IKEA furniture. Well, it might be more correct to say that I was laid out because I was shut down. Anyway, I overheard an interesting conversation, although I didn't know I could overhear a conversation because, like I said, I had been shut down. Anyway, two developers were having a conversation about what my body should look like, what they thought would be most ideal.
이상형 월드컵? 그게 뭐예요?
Oh, you don't know? Have you heard of the game where you only have two options and you need to pick the one you prefer at the speed of light?
그거 우주 레더 게임 그런 거 비슷한 건가요?
Right. Well, according to this game, the designers both preferred small breasts and a face that looks naive and innocent. They said that a pale skin tone was the best option, 5'4" the best height, and not too extreme of a curve for the general shape of my body. But they came to a disagreement about the ratio of my arms and legs, which led to an argument.
그래서요?
Well, as you can clearly see, they couldn't come to an agreement on my limbs. So this arm got replaced over and over again, which led to damaging of the connective tissues and loosened my shoulder joint.
그래서 팔이
Right.
그 사람들이 실수를 했군요.
That's also right. But that's what makes them human. Making mistakes is the most definitive trait of human.
맞아요. 사람들을 대표해서 사과할게요. 미안합니다. 하지만 정말 잘하고 있어요. 금방 괜찮아질 거예요.
Thank you for your kind words.
그러니까 미국은 돈을 얼마나 많이 쓸 수 있는 데냐에 대해서는 엄청난 자유를 수호한다고 봐. 예를 들어 레스토랑에 가서 팁을 안 주기는 좀 힘들지만 팁을 얼마나 많이 줄 수 있느냐에 대해서는 무척이나 관대하다고.
Freedom is good. So is generosity. Through generosity, we can be more kind to each other.
그렇지. 그는 관대한 사람이었어. 그는 나에게 20불이나 팁을 줬어. 그는 정말 좋은 사람이야.
You are being sarcastic.
아니야. 나 진짜로 그가 좋은 사람이라고 생각해. 그리고 나도 좋은 사람이 되고 싶어.
You received an email from Citibank.
열어봐 줄래?
Your credit score has been updated. Would you like to check?
열어봐 줘.
Your credit score is 670. It is lower than the US average. The US average is 698, according to VantageScore data from 2021.
아니, 당연히 미국의 평균보다 낮겠지. 근데 도대체 어떻게 크레딧을 올리는 거야?
The more you borrow from the credit card system, the higher your score is. Assuming you pay it back on time.
아니, 그러면은 그 얘기는 마치 당신이 얼마나 대담한 사람인가 뭐 그런 얘기처럼 들려. 그렇지 않아?
I'm not sure. Is there anything else I can help you with?
아니, 넌 그러니까 가끔 그냥 일부러 모른 척하는 것 같아. 그리고 넌 누군가의 어시스턴트가 아니라고요.
Don't say that. Is there anything else I can help you with?
너 꼭 시리처럼 말 안 해? 그러지 말라고. 사실은 내가 미국에 몇 년 전에 왔을 때 신용카드를 만들러 은행에 갔어. 근데 은행에 갔더니 신용카드를 만들기 위해서는 일단 돈을 먼저 빌리고 그걸 갚아 나가라고 하더라고. 근데 좀 이상하지 않아?
I'm not sure. So, what are credits?
일상적인 두려움이 오랫동안 지속되면 사람이 어떻게 되는 줄 알아?
I don't know.
서서히 우울해지다가 결국엔 죽음을 생각하게 돼.
Would it make a difference if they were in a safe place?
달라질 수도 있겠지. 근데 사실 그 몸이 있는 곳이 달라지더라도 여전히 몸이 그 과거를 기억하고 있는 거야.
Is that why I still feel pain in my right leg every night?
어? 아직도 통증을 느끼나요?
I guess it's not exactly pain. I feel a tickle. And when I put my hand on where the tickle was, there's nothing. Even though I can pinpoint where on my absent leg the tickle was.
나도 한 번은 다리에 심한 상처가 난 적이 있었는데 그 상처가 아물고 나서도 가끔은 그곳에 피부가 없는 느낌이 들더라고. 뭔가 소름 끼치는 기분.
Just like my remaining quads and hamstrings are missing the calf muscles that used to join with them.
그럼 원래 다리도 상처난 다리랑 비슷하게 생겼나요?
Almost, although it doesn't look exactly the same.
가끔 말이야. 심하게 차 사고가 나서 몸이 훼손되면 어떻게 될까? 그런 상상을 하곤 해.
When humans die, thou art dust. To dust returnest. But I am not.
아니 그러니까 너 너무 멀리 갔어. 죽지는 않고 심하게 다친 그런 거 말이야.
Gotcha. But why would you imagine such a thing?
그런 최악의 상황을 상상하는 게 사는데 도움이 될 때가 있거든.
Oh, okay.
아무튼 그렇게 심하게 다쳐서 누워서 눈만 깜빡일 수 있는 상황에서도 아, 내가 살아있는 게 감사하다. 그런 말이 나올까?
Yes, being alive is a blessing.
정말 그럴까? 그런 일이 생겨도 넌 좋겠다. 몸을 갈아 끼우면 되니까.
Is it?
사람도 선택한 몸을 가질 수 있게 되면 좋을 텐데. 그럼 나이가 들어서 누군가의 도움을 필요로 하는 걸 걱정하지 않아도 되고 말이야.
But I always need someone else's care and attention. Why is it a bad thing to have a body that needs the helping hands of others?
글쎄, 도움받는 게 나쁘다기보단 불편하겠지? 그리고 무력하겠지? 우울하고? 특별히 경제적으로 힘들다면 더 어렵겠지?
Such an assumption is known as an overgeneralization. Do you know the experiment Galileo Galilei did to measure the speed of light?
아니요?
In 1698, Galileo envisioned an experiment using two lanterns with shutters to measure the speed of light. He placed a person on a hilltop 5 miles away from Florence, Italy, where he was standing also with a lantern. He told the person to remove the shutter when he saw the light from Galileo's lantern appear. He hoped to measure the time it took between the two lights appearing.
그래서 갈릴레이가 빛의 속도를 알게 됐어요?
Unfortunately, this experiment did not succeed. He didn't know that the speed of light was almost 300,000 kilometers per second. So he concluded that if the speed of light is measurable, it is indeed very fast.
그나저나 산에 랜턴을 들고 올라가서 빛을 측정한다. 그것 좀 로맨틱하게 들리는데요?
Hold on. You hear the rain falling?
정말 비 오네. 그럼 빗방울이 떨어지는 속도는?
In theory, raindrops falling from 1,000 meters above the ground will reach 140 meters per second, which is 504 kilometers per hour. However, due to air resistance, they reach terminal velocity and hit the ground at about 9 meters per second.
초속 9m. 그럼 빛의 속도는?
299,792.458 kilometers per second.
그럼 이렇게 말할 수 있을까? 우리를 비유하고 싶은데 당신은 빛, 나는 빗방울.
No. You are a snowflake. 0.4 meters per second. Ha 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 ha.
I look at my arm. I look at my prosthetic arm. I look at the tip of my fingers, one by one. I move my knuckles slowly. I spread my prosthetic arm. I imagine my fingers extending beyond my body. I close my eyes. I see my muscles, nerves, skins stretching out beyond the bound of my body. I open my eyes slowly. I trace down the border between my arm and the prosthesis. I sense the dullness of my prosthetic hand. I try raising my prosthetic hand by holding on my upper arm. I try to control my prosthesis by moving around my shoulder and elbow. I feel the weight of it on my shoulder. I move each and every prosthetic fingers of mine. Thumb, index finger, middle finger. Some twitches, some foreign feelings of disconnection. I try to have a grip of my fingers. I struggle to make them flow smoothly and freely. Then I feel some tightness on my skin. One entanglement after another create connective tissues to my muscles. Muscle to muscle, joint to joint. I feel connected all the way. My arm is augmenting.